Today on another not too serious adventure.
Anyway, I had no choice. I really wasn't doing anything down there. Came back here and I've gotten 3 fish in the last 20 minutes, half hour on a little, well, hair jig, bucktail jig. I know them as bucktail jigs. That's what I was taught years and years ago. I know a lot of people call them hair jigs, but anyway, it seems to be doing the trick. Oh, there's another hit right there. Yeah. Oh, look at this guy.
Life is good.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome back. Almost 3 years I've been putting out my videos with limited success. But I think it's timely to talk about the times when people who watch my channel approach me while I'm at the boat launch. It's happened about 3 or 4 times this year, and it just happened again. I was just putting in this rain, frantically trying to get things organized so we don't get completely drenched. I think I failed at that task, but it's supposed to clear up. Anyway, met a guy a couple minutes ago. Said, "Hey, is that Colin?" I said, "Yes, sir," blah, blah, blah. And he told me he is a subscriber and watches my channel. And I just wanted to say, when that happens, it really means a lot to me. It truly does. Small channel, I get it. Small beans, but at the end of the day, that's all I need. I'm just happy that a couple of people around the area here are watching my channel and finding some sort of entertainment from it. I truly do appreciate that. Anyway, today Maggie and I are heading downriver. When I was ice fishing last winter, I don't know if you guys recall, I was sitting by an island just behind the local Ford dealership here between Petawawa and Pembroke. And I was fishing between an island and mainland, and there was a lot of current. And I think I caught a walleye, and Mark might have caught a burbot. And I remember thinking to myself, you know what? In the summertime, I got to come back here. So that's what Maggie and I are up to today. We're going to head downriver. And we're going to fish between that island, hit a couple other spots. We're going to try for some walleye at first. And if they're still not biting, which I don't suspect they will be, but you never know, I'll probably throw for some bass. Some new water today. We're going to give it a go, and we're going to hit it right now. Hang in there, everybody. All right, there it is, center of the screen, Cushing Island. There it is up on the map there. If you can see, there's a marker here. That's kind of where my ice hut was set up. And again, I get it. Fishing, ice fishing and fishing in the winter characteristically can be completely different than fishing in August. I get that. But anyway, so here we are. I think right now, let's take a look here. 11 feet of water. Well, maybe I could just start bottom bouncing my way up through there, and we'll see what happens. That's, I think, where we're going to start today. Hang in there, everybody. The bateau is wet. The bateau is wet. Code word for the invasion of Normandy. The bateau is wet. Rain seems to have pittered off a little bit. I just noticed up here there's a really nice beach. I wonder if that's private property. Probably. Whoever owns that is a lucky person, or lucky people. Well, let's take a look at some of the homes here along the Ottawa River as we approach Pembroke. These are the river people, I'll call them. The people who live on the river between Petawawa and Pembroke. Some really nice homes there. People obviously very established in their life, which is good to see. I like success stories. And there we have, way off in the distance there, kind of straight ahead. I don't know if you can make it out in the kind of foggy conditions down there, but that is the town of Pembroke. Those of you that follow the channel know that I fished the Pembroke Marina a couple times this year, just out of convenience, because this last winter was the first winter in many years that you were able to ice fish parts of the Ottawa River safely, which was really nice. You could basically drive 10-15 minutes away from home, walk out onto the ice, literally, shore being right there if you wanted to, punch a couple holes, away you go. So I took advantage of that a few times. There's probably a net checking in on me, making sure I didn't get twapped by some lightning. But anyway, we're gonna slowly bottom bounce down here towards the city of Pembroke. We're not gonna get that far, I don't think, obviously, and then we'll turn around and see what happens. Hang in there, everybody. Oh, I just lost my first downriver walleye. Just lost it, right there. She spit. It's okay, encouraging nonetheless. One of the things I find really unique and amazing about the sport of angling, hard water and soft water, is silly little things like the fact that right now, exactly right now, is where I had my tent set up last winter. Right here. So I recognized those two buoys where I was in between them right on the current here. Right here is where I had my hut. Now I'm here in my boat. 6 months from now, I'll be right back here again. If the ice is good. Crazy, weird things you think of. Man, I'm just not on my game this morning. That's 2 fish I've lost. Remember that speech I gave last time I was out about the old bottom bouncer pretty much sets its own hook? I'm about ready to take that whole statement back. Anyway. I think they're little nippers. I think is what's going on here. I'm getting little nippers. There haven't been real big strikes. I've saw tap, 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 and then worm's gone. I mean, I shouldn't say it's not a big fish. It could be, but the strikes are definitely weak. Bye-bye rain. There she goes. Blowing towards the east. And look what's coming in now for the rest of the afternoon. Whew, that was hard. It's a lot of rain. Anyway, bottom bounced for about 90 minutes. Saw the one fish I got to the boat and he spit, and then lost another one somewhere in the depths. While I was kind of cruising along the edge here, I noticed a lot of nice lily pads and all sorts of other cover. So starting from over here in this floating dock, I'm going to kind of move along here, and I'm going to throw a Senko. I'm going to do one pass along here and see if I can get myself into a bass, largemouth and or smallmouth. I haven't fired up the live in quite some time, actually. I've noticed that earlier in the summer I was spending a lot of time tunnel visioned on it. So I purposely been doing some bottom bouncing and other types of fishing to draw myself away from that. Not that it's a big deal, you know, it's just another tool. I know the forward-facing sonar is a very controversial thing, I get that, but I do think it's a useful tool, but at the same time, based on principle, I don't like to get sucked into the screen, if you will. But today I'm going to fire it up and see if I can find some smallmouth. I'm throwing right on top of fish. Oddly enough, they're not taking Senkos. And oddly enough, as well, these fish are a little bit suspended. So, meaning I'm not sure what they are. More than likely bass, based on the territory I'm in, but not necessarily. Walleyes do like weeds as well, as you know. So I'm going to try throwing a swim bait in here. See if I can get, see if I can pull this right in front of their noses. See if I'll get a reaction that way. So far, hasn't been a very successful fishing morning. Threw about 50 casts into those lily pads on the edge of the weed line with a Senko and a swim bait. And normally that would have produced a fish, for sure. So I'm not sure what's going on. Maybe just after that rain screwed things up. I think I'm gonna head back upriver. Still kind of staying on this side of the Petawawa Point boat launch, because my intention is to fish this side of it all day. But I'm going to go up to where the old lighthouse used to be. I've fished it once or twice in the channel for walleye. I don't think lately, but anyway, we're going to go up there, and it actually is a pretty good smallmouth fishery as well. I've had some good days up there. A little bit chunky, but we'll kind of move our way up there really slowly and into it with the power drive. I'd rather the power drive go clunk, clunk, clunk than the main power plant go clunk, clunk, clunk. Makes sense. Hang in there. Pike. Easy, big guy. Easy, big guy. Come on, open up. Open up, sir. Open up, sir. Thank you. Small little pike. Almost 3 hours of fishing, one pike. One pike to show for it. Whew, she's slow, man. She's slow. It's tough, man. I'm not sure what's going on. I mean, maybe there's other people on the river today hammering them, but I don't know. I'm not having much luck. 4 hours, one small pike. She's hard. She's a hard goal, my friends. I really don't know where I'm going to go next. I truly don't. I'll figure it out as I drive. Hang in there. No smallie. I'll take it. I'll take it. On a day like today, I'll take it. Thank you. Thank you for the couple minutes of entertainment, little guy. Truly appreciate it. There we go, here we go, here we go. Yeah. Another smallie. Got some power, this guy. Easy, big guy. Oh, buddy. Oh, buddy. Okay, easy, easy. Trying to help you here, sir. There we go. Woo! Right in the cartilage. Cartilage hit. The old cartilage hit. That's what it is. Cartilage. Yep. Might be a walleye. Yep, it's a walleye. She's a walleye. She's a walleye. Small little walleye, but she's a walleye nonetheless. In case you haven't figured out, my regular viewers probably did, I moved back to one of my favorite spots here on the river. I wasn't getting anything farther down. I came back upriver a bit here. I guess technically I am, well, I'm not really upriver from the Petawawa Point anymore. I'm kind of adjacent to it, but anyway, I had no choice. I really wasn't doing anything down there. Came back here and I've gotten 3 fish in the last 20 minutes, half hour on a little, well, hair jig, bucktail jig. I know them as bucktail jigs. That's what I was taught years and years ago. I know a lot of people call them hair jigs, but anyway, it seems to be doing the trick. Oh, there's another hit right there. Yeah. Oh, look at this guy. Holy. Anyway, seems to be doing the trick here. What the heck? Holy, that's just, that's a firecracker there, my friends. Holy buds. Woo. This guy, oh, good for him. Good for him. Lots of steam, lots of power. He's like, you ain't taking me anywhere, human. You ain't taking me anywhere. There we go. Yeah. Another smallie. Smallie. Whew. These guys are on fire, these little guys. Whew. There's gotta be a bigger guy in there somewhere. There's gotta be. There we go. There we go. Another smallie. Lots of small ones in here right now. Lots of small ones. Hammer these things all day long. Let's talk about today's first world problem dilemma. I've been fishing this spot for a couple of years now, and the discussion that I have with other anglers when I come back here is the weight of the jig. Now, and I say it's a dilemma because if you're fishing a real heavy jig, like a half ounce or 3/8 or even a quarter, you throw it out, it sinks really, really fast. The advantage of having that heavier jig is once the pendulum, if you will, is complete and you're sitting back in your resting position, i.e. parallel to the boat, that jig has to be heavy enough to get down in this current. I found specifically in this place, no matter what time of year, unless you're real close to the bottom, you're not getting any fish, in my experience. So you got to kind of weigh it out. Are you going to spend more time in the water when you've done the sweep or when the pendulum is completed, i.e. you want your heavier jig to be in the strike zone when you're sitting back? Or in my case, I'm using a lighter jig, 1/8 ounce, because I'm spending more time fishing on the cast and the sweep, and when the pendulum is done, I'm letting it sit there for a couple minutes in case there was a follower, and if not, I'm reeling it up and trying it again because I've noticed that the fish are in here. Or if I was fishing a heavier jig, I would throw it out, it'd sink, or I'd have to retrieve it really, really quick, and it's not spending enough time in front of their face, if that makes any sense. Colin's tip of the day, for what it's worth. There's thousands of them in there. Thousands, man. It's crazy. Every single time I throw out there, the sweep comes down, and once it stops, twap, or close to stopping, twap, I'm getting hit. It's pretty crazy. This would have been a good place to bring some kids. Honestly, in a day like today, it's just one after another of these little guys. It's absolutely crazy. I've caught like 10 of them. I haven't even filmed all of them because it's just crazy. Kaboom, kaboom, kaboom. And I think I'm going to move back a little deeper and see if there's some little walleyes, or big walleyes rather, in there because, I mean, it's fun, don't get me wrong, but I don't want to catch half-pound bass for the rest of the afternoon. Well, what's left of it anyway. So I'll see if I can go a little deeper and see if I can get into a walleye or two here, because I could do that all day. Hang in there. Well, one of the stranger days I've had on the river this summer, that's for sure, my friends. Started off in a pretty heavy downpour there. Did some bottom bouncing near Cushing Island, near Pembroke. Didn't work out the way I had hoped. And even the lily pads up there didn't seem to hold any bass, or at least if there was bass, they weren't interested in biting at the time. So ended up coming back to my old one of my old haunts here. I had like 10, maybe 15 smallmouth and a pickerel, and of course the small pike I got in the beginning of the day. So yeah, I think I'll call it. I'm gonna go home, fire up the sauna, have a nice evening with my wife. Summer's coming to an end. Thanks for joining Maggie and I, everybody. See you next time on NTS Adventures. Calling out.